Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Master Detective Archive's Rain Code. In the last episode we learned what could possibly be the scariest truth behind everything to do with Kanai Ward. The truth about the failed homunculus project that took place in Kanai Ward. An absolutely scary pandemic that led to the real death of Dr. Weska, and what in turn pushed Kanai Ward over the edge, because of its being seemingly the catalyst for Makoto to appear in Kanai Ward in the very first place, who seems to be the escaped successful unified government's homunculus, who was modeled after the WDO's very own number 1. The major problem with this, though, is that number 1 that we saw on the TV through, well, twice during our adventure, looks completely different from Makoto, although we never saw his face due to his mask, unless it's supposed to be a younger version of him. But because we found this information on the remains of Fubuki, we can add up that seemingly during his plans to make Kanai Ward isolated and fully take over Kanai Ward as the CEO of Amaterasu, that he had ended up taking some blood tests, which were distributed right before the Blank Week mystery had occurred, leading to the entirety of Kanai Ward to awaken from a comatose state and have no memories of what happened the week prior. That they must have the only reason that could even make sense is due to what we know about the homunculuses having special properties to their blood. And if that is the case, and they were testing for humans and homunculuses, well, then they must have been replaced during the incident, due to the blood between them being different from each other, due to the color, due to, we know that Desahiko has red blood, and red blood, I would think, would be a signifier of someone that's human, and we know that Desahiko came from outside, and everyone else that's currently in the WDO that's still alive as well. As well as another thing we found inside the secret lab being a red-stained floor that used to be gray. So, red blood does exist, and pink blood has been a major signifier in all of the deaths in this game, because, well, if people were replaced, that would only make sense, right? Because they aren't human. But the thing is, well, if that is the case, it's really, really twisted now, because of the fact that, technically, everyone we've met throughout this entire journey in Kanai Ward, if this is indeed true, well, technically they've been dead from the very beginning, because these would be their replacements, which is quite terrifying, honestly. And knowing that they need to eat on living, breathing beings, well, not living, breathing, specifically, just fresh beings, I guess you could say. It definitely is quite terrifying, the implications of that. But that would also mean that Kurumi here is also replaced as well, because we know she took the blood test from what she said. The only person that didn't was her grandfather and her grandfather's friends or close allies, but they ended up going missing. So, yeah, definitely things are not looking good for anybody here in Kanai Ward. Especially the people that are in the abandoned village here, the restricted zone. But honestly, with that being said, before we do go into the bathhouse here, which seems to be a major connecting force to everything here when it comes to the rain, because the steam is going directly into the rain, which I think there's a major reason to that. Honestly, I think it's time we actually go back into looking at our gumshoe gabs. because we still have quite a couple of them left to do. But what I think we'll do is we'll go straight into Vivia and Yakuo's final ones. And honestly, I want to start with Yakuo's final one first, because I am quite curious what his final conversation's going to be, since he's no longer around. So it must be pretty important, I would think, in the end of everything. And maybe there was a hint that he was going to be doing something during Chapter 4 in it. Maybe. We're not 100%, but it's very possible that there is something in there as like a connecting force of some sort of way. Or at least I hope. Or maybe even something about his wife or something.
Things have been getting troubling lately.
You could definitely say that, Yakuo.
Yuma, you got anything to share that could cheer me up?
Well, because we didn't know the circumstances, sadly it looks like that we couldn't fully do that.
Huh? I don't know what to say when I'm put on the spot like that.
But he might have something. You never know.
How are things going with you and Kurumi?
It seems like it's pretty good. Regardless of, the situation with the chance that she might be a homunculus this entire time. But the thing is she still has memories of... Because what we know is they still have the memories and everything to do with their human counterparts. From what we know about homunculuses. So, technically it's still Kurumi. So, it's kind of an iffy topic, for sure. Because technically they're still human. It's just that they don't know that they are homunculuses or human or not. That's the biggest thing about that. Because that's really scary, though. Just to think of that in general. Like, you could just be replaced one day and you wouldn't even know it at all.
I want you to pull on my heartstrings with stories of young love.
Really? Okay.
There's nothing like that between us.
There definitely is, Yuma.
It's not like I like her or anything.
Uh-huh, yeah, sure. But with you and Kurumi, definitely have at least something there.
Uh-huh. You're just not being honest with yourself.
Kinda, yeah.
What about you, Chief? From the looks of things, you appear to be single.
Oh, that's, not on purpose.
I thought you said you used to be pretty popular.
He did say that, didn't he?
Sure was. Back in my prime, I went way beyond 3 and 4 timing.
I don't think that's something you should be happy about.
Everybody was head over heels for me.
Really?
You sure about that?
I wonder if he's telling the truth there, honestly.
Nah, I seriously doubt it.
It could be possible, you never know.
They'd all be fighting for my attention whenever I got a minute of free time.
Okay.
Oh, and they get so jealous if they found out they weren't my one and only. It was adorable.
Oh, so you were with her at that time, and they tried their best to try and get with you, but you obviously declined them. That's funny. Kind of wrong that you let them on like that, but that definitely seems that way from basically what he just said. Huh. Shouldn't be really doing that, but that's interesting.
They were like cute little kittens, the way they come up to me wanting a drink.
Huh.
Huh?
Okay then.
Wanting a drink? Wait a minute.
It's a fantasy pets hostesses. Wanting a drink. Maybe it's a fantasy?
Are you sure this isn't just your fantasy?
Yeah, is it not true?
What are you talking about? I'm telling the truth.
You sure?
Oh, I get it. You're jealous.
The only other option is that they were pets or they were someone at a restaurant.
Wait, no, I'm not.
Nah, you definitely seem that way, Yuma.
I'm sure the Chief is actually talking about...
Is he talking about pets?
You're referring to a hostess club. The women all worked there, didn't they?
Oh. I guess that would technically... that doesn't... They only do that for tips, right, though? I thought that was the whole point of that kind of stuff. I've never been to one, and I don't think I ever will be, but I guess that's what that would be.
What? No!
No, it definitely is, based on your reaction.
You admitted they were all asking you for drinks.
True.
Crap.
You probably shouldn't have said the drink part.
Chief, you don't need to put on airs like that. You're not a kid anymore.
True. But interesting, though.
I'm sorry. The truth is, I wasn't popular at all.
Oof. I'm sorry about that, bud.
Why would you lie about that?
But I see a reason why he would. Because all of us think he's pretty cool.
Well, Yuma, just remember one thing.
Remember one thing, you say?
Huh? What?
Yeah, what do you want us to remember?
I'm speaking here as a man with much more life experience, not as your chief.
Not as your chief. What exactly do you want to talk about?
If you fall in love with a woman, you have to protect her, no matter what.
So he does reference her. Really?
That, and that alone, is why men are made to be men.
Okay.
Huh? Sure.
Interesting, Yakou.
What's up with Fuzzhead? He looks so serious.
Well, at this point in time, he was getting ready to plan on taking out Dr. Weska, which we ended up finding out that it wasn't even Dr. Weska, it was a replacement of sorts.
I'll keep that in mind, but what's gotten into you all of a sudden?
Well, he definitely didn't tell us that information.
Well,
It looks like he almost did, though, based on him saying wow like that.
I stopped visiting the girl I liked for a while. When I was broke, then I found out she quit and went back home.
Huh. So he ended up lying about that. That's unfortunate.
People only realize how important something is after they've lost it.
Yeah, and you went through all that trouble just to avenge your wife in the end.
I don't quite understand.
Same, but the thing is, well, what had happened in Chapter 4. We can't really change that. He was manipulated into it, and I've never been manipulated like that, so I have no idea how Yakou felt during any of that. Huh.
I can't tell if he's being serious or not.
No, he definitely is being serious about protecting the one you love, for sure.
He laughed it off at the end, but I could tell that story was important to him.
Yep, it really was.
I'll keep what he said in mind.
For the best, Yuma. Sadly, you didn't figure it out in time, though.
Master, you and Yakou have forged the ultimate bond together.
You could definitely say that again. But because we forgot these memories and they ended up being gumshoe gaps, because that's the whole point of us refinding these, is us recalling them, because Shinigami, I guess, had a lingering effect with memory loss, which we were still losing memory slightly, but we were able to regain them unlike our other ones. But interesting, though, nonetheless.
Good for you, Master. I'm happy for you.
Sadly, this bond has been, well, it's still good, it's just he's dead now, so we can't really do as much with this bond now. Even though it was a pretty unbreakable bond in the end. Thankfully, we got to see him in the last one. I was actually kind of happy about that. I was sad that he ended up being in the restricted zone, because I thought we buried him, or had the chance to bury him, but it looks like we never got that chance. And then, obviously, Makoto grabbed him and slid him in here at some point while we were knocked out. Then he ended up turning. But, honestly, the next thing to do is definitely Vivia's, since we have the final one for him unlocked already. We still need to get to Fubuki's last one. Surprisingly, I'm surprised we never did 3 and 4 yet. But it was because of, we never got the chance to really sit down and, like, get a good chance to look at all of our gumshoe gaps and stuff. So let's see what's on Vivia's mind. For his final conversation. Seems like there's definitely something on his mind. Exactly what? Who knows?
What's wrong, Vivia? Were you reading Fantastique again?
Maybe.
No, it's a mystery this time. I think these are nice once in a while.
Nice ones, you say?
Oh, so you read those too?
Apparently.
I guess it doesn't fit me.
Kind of, sometimes. You usually read stuff that don't have endings to them. So you reading something that would normally seem to have an ending is kind of interesting.
It is a bit of a cliche for a detective to read mystery novels.
I guess, yeah, it would be kind of cliche, but it's cool, though. Mystery novels are always pretty cool, whenever you find a good one.
So you haven't read the genre in a while. What's this one about?
Yeah, what exactly are you reading, exactly?
Well, I suppose I'd feel comfortable telling you.
Okay, Vivia, what exactly are you reading?
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Well, we are a close friend at this point, after everything.
The protagonist is an earnest rookie detective.
Really? That's, sounds familiar.
He began his investigation after receiving a request from a certain girl.
From a certain girl, you say?
Her mother died under suspicious circumstances. Who killed the girl's mother, and why? The rookie detective continues his desperate investigation.
Sounds like an interesting read.
He seeks the truth, all for the sake of this girl.
Kinda sounds like what we're doing right now with Kurumi, which is interesting.
But the truth that awaits him is cruel.
The only difference between the mother is the grandfather in this case. Huh.
For the girl murdered her own mother.
I don't think she took out her own grandfather, though. That is definitely different. For sure. I would definitely say that's a major difference between that story and Kurumi, for sure.
Oh.
But, okay, that's okay, that's a pretty interesting twist, though.
Wow, what a twist!
You could say that again.
The girl may not have meant any harm, but her actions unintentionally caused her mother's horrible death.
Really? Actions, you say? It doesn't sound like she specifically did it. Just something she did ended it up that way.
It was a tragic accident.
Really?
The rookie detective didn't know if it was right to solve this mystery.
That sounds like kind of how we act. That's interesting.
What was the point in exposing this cruel truth to the public?
Good question.
Under a standard set of values, one would keep it a secret and remain quiet.
I guess so.
There would be no benefit to telling the innocent girl she was the cause of her mother's death.
True, I guess.
However, the girl wanted that mystery to be solved with all her heart.
Huh.
Not knowing she was the culprit all along.
That's a pretty sad sounding ending. I thought it was going to have a happy ending, but nope, still had a sad ending. Huh.
Should we reveal the truth to those who seek it, no matter how cruel it may be?
There is definitely a pick and choose when it comes to some of these, for sure.
Would you say lies made from kindness are truly kind?
Fair. That is also fair to say.
What do you think the rookie detective did in the end?
Did he make a perfect deduction, regardless of emotions? Just perfectly solve the case?
Or rather, what would you have done, Yuma?
Good question, Yuma. What do you think?
Me?
Solve the mystery? Wouldn't have solved the mystery? I'm not sure. Well, knowing us, we ended up solving every mystery, so solve the mystery, I guess.
I think I would have solved the mystery.
Yeah, I think so too. We have never stepped down from solving a mystery, so I think that's the only option right now.
I see.
Vivia smiled at that, so he's glad we're sticking to our resolve, though.
What did the rookie do in the end?
Yeah, what did he do?
Well, human cells will always replace one another. The old vanishes, and in time, the new turns old.
Huh? Human cells will always replace one another. That's weird for that to pop up here, because I'm pretty sure this takes place in Chapter 4. Or, like, right after Chapter 4, before we open the box, or before the box knocks us out. That's interesting.
Considering that, am I the same person at birth as I am at death?
So are you saying by being in Kanai Ward, you change into a homunculus? Vivia seems to be hinting at something. I thought they were replaced. I'm confused.
There you go again, trying to muddy the waters. Are you saying I should just read it myself?
Very good question.
Well, who knows?
Huh.
You told me pretty much the whole thing, but kept the conclusion a secret.
You definitely did.
Wait, that book's story...
What about the book story?
Is it about you, Vivia?
That's possible.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, we do know that he's got a dark past. Is that really your backstory?
It's something you mentioned before. Not all mysteries should be solved.
True. So, he was the detective then. Okay. I don't know why, but that made me think that because it's the last conversation and we find it in Chapter 5, I really thought that it was a connection to us completely for a second there. But interesting. So this is his backstory, maybe.
Maybe it's your personal experience that led you to believe that.
Maybe.
Your deduction makes sense, but I'm not sure myself.
Really?
Please don't dodge the subject.
Yeah, please don't dodge it. We kind of want to know more.
I told you, didn't I? I don't think all mysteries should be solved.
True, you have said that multiple times.
Whether the story I told you now is from a book or my life, it doesn't change a thing.
I guess so. But it does give us like an idea into your life a little bit, if it is indeed about your life.
Anyway, I'm off to explore another world inside a book.
Well, have fun doing that, Vivia.
So, which is it?
I think it might be his backstory, but it's also seemingly connected to our lives as well. Just because the human cells part was specifically said by Desahiko in his letter when we found his quote-unquote remains, because we still don't... It 100% can't be him because of the pink blood stuff. Because he is red blood. But if what Vivia said is true, you can turn into one, then I guess it would make sense. But why would a homunculus eat another homunculus? Because I thought that was the whole point. They needed fresh, meals. Somewhat. They could be frozen, apparently, too. Which we found on the last one, which was pretty dark. But, I am definitely confused there.
If that's what Vivia's been through, why tell me about it?
Well, I wanted you to know a little bit more about him.
Maybe in his own way, he wants me to understand him.
I would definitely say that.
That would be nice if it's true.
More than likely. He is smiling, so I would definitely say it is.
Maybe this is an unsolvable mystery.
Maybe he made it out to be that way. Because he doesn't want to solve it.
Master, you and Vivia have forged the ultimate bond together.
I definitely would say we have.
Good for you, Master. I'm happy for you.
Honestly, same. Having a closer connection to Vivia after Chapter 4 is definitely good. Because Vivia and Yuma are definitely, like, good, connecting characters for each other. Because of the fact of, well, Vivia knows everything about the other world now, and no one else in our group has that capability to remember. So, having somebody in our group that understands the book and what it can do is going to be very good for us in general, even if this is the last chapter, and you learn literally last chapter about it. But, I'm going to say we can do one more, and then we'll go into the bathhouse, I think. Because we need to get closer to doing Fubuki's. And honestly, leaving only 2 left is not too bad. Because I don't think we're near the end, but I do think we are in the chapter that will become the end. It's just that, once we do get in the Mystery Labyrinth, I do think that is going to be, like, we're going to be locked in.
Thank you so much for spending time with me today. That was a splendid adventure.
To everything. Because, obviously, we won't be going back to Kanai Ward until the mystery is solved. So, it is definitely going to be interesting.
That's a little much. We were just out for a walk.
A walk to what, though?
Nonsense. Even if this was an ordinary walk for you, it was a proper adventure for me.
I guess so, since you were stuck in your house, from what we know with the Clockford family stuff.
This was also my first time using a vending machine and witnessing stray mice.
What are you, Cinderella? It kind of sounds like, something that Cinderella would do with the stray mice thing.
I see.
Huh.
Fubuki really has lived a sheltered life. Even everyday things are exciting for her.
Hey, maybe that's a good thing about the everyday life things, but sad that she was sheltered, though. But it seems like it ended up being a good thing in the end for her, seemingly.
I wonder if all her so-called adventures are like this.
Maybe.
Fubuki, you said you're an adventure detective, right? What kind of adventures have you gone on?
Yeah, what kind, exactly?
Do you mean what they were like?
Yeah, if you're willing to tell us.
Yeah. Would you mind sharing any that left a strong impression on you?
That would be nice to know a little bit more about her.
Well, the major one was the first time I explored what is known as a supermarket.
I guess that could be seen as an adventure for your first time going to one. I can see that. But Yuma's not impressed with that one.
No, it is far too early for you to appear bored already.
Well, it is something you normally would see in your everyday life, to be fair.
Did you know? These supermarkets have hundreds, even thousands of different items lining their shelves.
Obviously, we know that, but that's because Yuma has probably seen them multiple times throughout his life.
And yet all the employees there appear to know exactly where each one is located.
I guess, but they have phones that tell them where that stuff is now, to be fair.
I cannot begin to imagine the sort of training they had to undertake to obtain such a skill.
Fair enough, I guess.
Based on my findings, I suspect that supermarket employees have abnormally developed sections of their brains.
I guess you could say that. But it just becomes a muscle memory at that point, I would say.
Well, is that not exciting?
Kind of.
Sorry. I don't think supermarkets are exciting at all.
And sometimes they could be, depending on if it's some place that has stuff that you like, I guess.
I see.
But it looks like Fubuki was pretty sad with our answer, though. Should have been a little bit less harsh with that answer there, Yuma.
I knew it! What about this?
What about what?
One time, I was undercover while investigating a tribe of nudists in the Amazon when they saw through my disguise.
Okay, then.
What? That really
really happened?
Apparently.
Of course. Is something wrong?
Well, she said she was an adventurer. I guess that is definitely an adventure.
Nothing. It just surprised me. That sounds like a real adventure.
Yeah, it definitely does. Compared to others.
See? So that is what an adventure is to you, Yuma? How educational.
Educational.
Wait, you were undercover in a nudist tribe and got caught?
I guess. Were you alright? I'm just gonna go with the less, weird answer. Yeah, were you alright?
Were you alright? Were you in any danger?
Yeah, were you okay?
I was fine. The nudists were kind-hearted. Even though they caught me, they treated me very well.
Okay, then.
And they said that even if I was investigating them, displaying our naked bodies to one another meant we were all family.
Huh. I guess so. That's kind of what they say about that kind of stuff. I guess. I don't know myself, but okay.
Naked bodies? How nice of them.
Yeah, I guess.
Fubuki really thinks a trip to the supermarket and visiting a naked tribe in the Amazon are on the same level.
I guess so. Huh. Interesting.
Everything about her makes zero sense to me.
I guess because a supermarket was brand new to her, technically it would be adventurous to the point like that. I could see it. Don't understand it because I'm not like Fubuki, but I understand it for sure. Because everything's new to her.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown even closer!
I would definitely say that. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. But wouldn't she have been seen immediately because she wasn't part of their tribe in general? Because you would know people in a tight-knit community like that. Because they're like big families, pretty much, for what I know about like tribes and everything, like Amazon to the African tribes to stuff like that, or even ones that are on like isolated islands and stuff like that. I'm thinking it's called Sentinel Island, I think it is, but I think that's the right name of it. I'm not 100% on the naming. But yeah, based on that kind of stuff, I definitely would say that they would see her immediately. But the thing is it seems like she was decently able to avoid detection for a decent amount of time from how she kind of said it. Although, is that really like the case? Because she never really specifically said how long she was observing them for. But still interesting though, nonetheless, just because that actually was like an actual adventure. So she does do stuff like Indiana Jones in a way. Because that's kind of what I said about her when we found out about her being an adventurer at the very beginning. So that's kind of cool. Huh. Wonder what else we'll end up learning from her final gumshoe gabs, since she's the last one of us to actually do and finish off before the grand finale of everything. But honestly, with that being said, we're definitely going to be preparing for the bathhouse here in just a couple of seconds after I'm done kind of processing everything there. But yeah, everything we've seen so far is definitely leading up to something very big. The only thing is are we gonna really like is Yuma really gonna like the truth when we do eventually find it out? Because I think I pieced together a good amount of it. But, I don't know how Yuma's gonna feel about it, for sure, if my theories are indeed correct. And that's really something I'm curious of how he's gonna react to that kind of information if it is true. To be completely honest here. But anyways, I think it's time we finally get in there and see what's truly going on with this place. Since It definitely seems like this is probably the biggest mystery of everything, because the rain has definitely always been something we've been wondering about. And if this place is connected to it, by the smokestacks rising out of it, this very might be the biggest mystery of them all. But the mind-cleansing bath, though, has the name of the place. Let's see why it's called mind-cleansing. Since that definitely would answer some questions, maybe. Because mind-cleansing makes me think mind-erasing in a way.
Whoa! What's that?
That is a good question. What is that?
What is that machine? It seems to be connected to the chimney outside.
That is indeed true, obviously, because smokestacks like that don't rise out of bathhouses normally. Why is there a machine in here like that, though?
Whatever it is, it's a bit excessive.
You could say that for sure.
Could this be part of the truth he mentioned?
I would definitely say so.
Master, there's a switch. What do you want to do?
Oh yeah, there is a switch here. It's got a big ol' explanation mark and a triangle, though. Is that a good thing to press? Who knows? But might as well try it, I guess. Oh, you want to press it, Yuma? Or do you want to look around first? I think we can look around. Looks like Kurumi is just following us.
Could you check out the top of the shelf, please?
Leave it to me!
Yeah, what's up there?
Aw, no look. There's nothing special here.
Okay. Well, we're definitely going to take a look around before we go pressing anything. It looks like a battery powering a nearby device, but...
Oh, yeah, the central machine is running by itself.
Yeah, it seems that way. Anything else around here? Seems like it's connected to this computer, specifically. Lots and lots of power stuff here to control electricity and stuff. Weird contraption, though, for sure. Anything else we can note? Don't see much.
Oh my, this is quite nice!
Looks like the... Okay, so it is collapsed in. So it's no longer what it used to be. Obviously, by the fact that the water basically is non-existent here anymore. Let's take a look at it, though.
From this angle, it looks like the remains of an old bathhouse.
Yeah.
Seems like it hasn't been used for a long time.
I bet this giant bath has helped rejuvenate a lot of stressed out people.
Back in the day, for sure.
Now there's just a machine being used for who knows what. Nothing lasts forever.
I guess so. Huh. Interesting, though. Still not sure why it's in a
Switch?
bathhouse, though. But yeah, let's press the switch. Nothing left. Okay.
It stopped.
Looks like we turned it off. Is that a good thing to do, though?
Huh?
Alarms are going off now. Okay, the steam stopped. Okay, then. So the bathhouse is connected to the rain.
Has been declared. All residents, please seek shelter inside.
Really?
I repeat, a state of emergency has been declared. All residents, please seek shelter inside.
But why? Why cover Kanai Ward in rain in the first place? That is weird. So, Makoto had this made for a reason. Oh, why? I thought it was connected to mysteries, but apparently no, it's just something made to...
Sky's clearing up. So the stuff coming out of the chimney was...
just cast the entire place in rain for some reason. That's weird. But there's definitely a reason to it, I think. I don't think it's for no reason at all.
Rain clouds?
Apparently.
Huh? This machine's a device that creates
I guess that would help with their water power plant, I guess. But is that really for that the only reason for it?
The machine creates artificial clouds to make it rain all over Kanai Ward.
And that's also strange that seemingly everything's artificial here. Out of everything we've seen. Artificial plants, artificial rain, artificial people from what we're getting from everything we're learning so far. That is definitely crazy that all that's adding up now.
To think, even the rain has been artificial this whole time.
Yeah, that is a very crazy thing.
There is no truth in this city. Everything is a lie.
You can say that again, Yuma. Okay, a device located in a restricted area. It can artificially generate rain clouds. Rain cloud generating device. I don't like the sound of that noise.
What is this?
Good question. What is going on? Oh, what the? It looks like the sun sends them into a frenzy. It looks like. Or are they dying? I'm not really sure.
What's going on? What's happening? Kurumi? What's wrong?
Well, I guess that confirms that. Hey, Makoto.
Makoto Kagutsuchi!
Long time no see.
Turn off the alarm before we celebrate our reunion. Aren't you worried about Kurumi's body? Here, lend me a hand.
Uh-huh. She's still moving, so she's okay. Just knocked out, seemingly? But it looks like we are right on the replacement thing. Although, why were they replaced? Because the rain's affecting her, and the rain's affecting the homunculuses on the outside. Although it's a different reaction between them. So, defective ones go into frenzies, while normal ones, I guess, shut down? Maybe that could be connected to the Blank Week mystery, maybe. Or at least, I think. That's very interesting, though. Yeah, rain is definitely a frenzy mechanic. They're normal now. Huh. That is strange. That is really strange. So... So technically, if we were to turn off the rain here for good...
The rain is back.
The entirety of Kanai Ward basically shuts down. And then obviously the raging, I guess you could say dead homunculuses, or have died homunculuses, would go into a frenzy. Although I'm not sure how that really affects anybody in Kanai Ward if they are all replaced at that point. But, how come Makoto is able to move? Because wasn't our theory that... Well, yeah, wait a minute, because the one that we know about, the UG's one, wasn't defective. So maybe he wouldn't have that possibility of being, you know, broken, I guess, like that. So there's no worry for him, I guess you would say. Huh.
It seems like things have settled down. What was that?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
Is it because I stopped the device?
Yeah, pretty much.
Master, be careful.
Yeah, we need to be careful from here on out, especially now that Makoto's back in the story in a physical sense.
Congratulations, Yuma. You finally arrived at the truth of this city.
Yep, everything's fake from the very start. Huh.
Congratulations?
Well, he's been playing a game this entire Yuma. At this point, we definitely are meeting the end of the game, that's for sure, though, by his appearance. I don't think there's anything left for him to play around with at this point.
Enough! I've had enough of your games!
I don't think it's over yet, though, Yuma.
Games? I've been taking this seriously the entire time.
Yeah, highly doubt that.
Especially when it comes to Kanai Ward.
Uh-huh, yeah, sure.
What is your goal? Why are you doing this?
Well, from what we know, protecting Kanai Ward, but he took out Fink, so I'm not really sure about that one.
You still don't know? I want you to understand the truth about this place.
Okay.
The truth? You mean this big device?
But why would you want us to know this, though?
This is but a small portion of the truth.
Only a small portion?
Of course, I'm the one who created this contraption. Although it's a rather makeshift design.
Okay.
Using the old bathhouse's chimney was brilliant, The melding of my genius ideas and the world's best technology.
Uh-huh.
Why did you even make it?
And based on him saying his genius idea, also confirms that one theory with the with him being part of number one. Well, made from number one. Because I don't think somebody normally smart can make something like this at all.
I don't owe you any explanations. But you've made it this far, so you deserve something.
Okay, what exactly are you gonna give us?
As you know, Amaterasu's experiment resulted in defective homunculi.
Yeah, we know that.
Do you know the fatal flaw within all defective homunculi?
I'm guessing their weakness to rain? Or weakness to sunlight, I mean.
One is an extreme decrease in intelligence when they're resurrected. In other words, they turn into zombies.
Okay, yeah. So I was right on them being zombies, basically. Okay. Interesting.
They may be immortal, but upon returning from death, they become monsters that seek human flesh.
True.
The other flaw is sunlight.
Okay, and that makes sense with the rain. So, upon death, they turn into zombies, pretty much. Although not entirely into zombies, depending on if they have reason. If they have reason, then they're still technically alive. They don't have as much going on intelligence-wise, like fully. Like, some of them are broken, like Dr. Weska and the Hitman, while some are seemingly, like, fully conscious in a way with the former CEO. And then, obviously, Yakou has some kind of sentience as well, still. Okay.
Sunlight?
But yeah, sunlight's definitely a weakness. And that would definitely confirm Kurumi, for sure. So our theories on replacements are indeed right. For sure, I think.
When defective homunculi encounter sunlight, they become extremely stressed and lose control.
Which is what we saw from third person, and heard from Yuma.
They'll return to normal if you block out the sun. But while they're berserk, they lose all reason and memories.
Really?
Reason and memories?
That is indeed what we were told. So then they're attracted to sound when they lose reason.
To be exact, it's an allergic reaction to ultraviolet rays. If left in this state, they eventually die.
Oh, so if we turn off the rain, everyone in Kanai Ward will die. Except for Makoto, I think, because if he's not defective. Obviously. Because we saw him walking around normal just a second ago. And our biggest theory is he is the UG one. And that would make sense why he has a good connection with them. Although he escaped the UG, though. From what we know about the one that did escape. So I'm not really sure.
But things will continue to spiral out of control. Once they die, they turn into zombies.
Which is true.
In other words, sunlight is the greatest enemy of the defective homunculi.
Yeah. Huh. When defective homunculi encounter sunlight, they become extremely stressed and lose control. Defective homunculus.
So you are blocking out the sun for them.
Apparently.
And to do that, you created a cage of rain over the entire city?
No, that was for a different reason. And Yuma doesn't know that yet. Or at least hasn't pieced it together. We can piece it together because we have previous chapter knowledge, and everything we've gained definitely leads up to that, for sure. For why that's the case. Because Kurumi's living proof of my theory.
When the clouds grow thick enough to block the sun, rain starts to fall. It's a natural phenomenon.
Yeah.
To keep them stable requires clouds thick enough to cause rainfall.
Yeah, that's true.
I can form rain clouds all across Kanai Ward from here. The altitude and wind conditions make it ideal.
Interesting. Thanks for letting us know that.
The result, of course, is that Kanai Ward became a city of unending rain.
But why did you do that in the first place? You could have just put the rain cloud over the restricted zone. Why did everyone get replaced in the first place?
Why build such a major contraption just for some defects?
Yeah, why?
Defects, Who are you to say something like that?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
Almost exactly what Yuma said there, but yeah, what do you mean by that?
You've lost so much on your long journey here.
True.
But now, well, look at your hands. What do you have left?
What do I have left?
You're right. Maybe I am empty.
No, we definitely still have something here.
But I've been able to face many truths by relying on the strength of my friends.
Which is true.
I didn't make it this far on my own. It was thanks to those who helped me.
Yeah, I can definitely agree to that one.
Especially yours truly.
Especially Shinigami, yeah. Fair. Definitely fair.
So, even though I'm empty, I have everyone with me.
The only thing is everyone's missing at the moment. Because I don't think they're dead. I really don't. I'm just wondering where they are. But, Kurumi at the current moment is, not feeling too well.
That's why I was able to corner you!
I don't think he's cornered.
Corner me?
Yeah, I don't think he's cornered, Yuma. He's definitely not cornered.
An interesting way to put it. But if you want to corner someone...
You actually gotta corner them.
This is how you do it.
Yeah, that definitely is a way to do it.
Ain't no fair! He never said he had a gun!
One pull of the trigger and you're dead. Looks like I've got you cornered, Yuma.
And he knows about the Book of the Dead, too. We know this from the announcements.
There's a spark in your eyes. Like you still have an ace up your sleeve.
You know that already.
Okay, fine. Play your card. Let's finish this.
Okay, let's do it then.
Use the power of the Book of Death!
Going out and telling us again.
He knows about that?
You know that.
What do we do, Shinigami?
I hate to use him now that he's spoiled the whole thing, but let's do it.
Yeah, it's about time.
You'll be killed if I don't, Master.
True.
Thank you.
The target mystery is the mass of corpses found in the factory refrigerator.
True. Although I don't think that's it.
Scale of all this? Even I don't know what the mystery labyrinth will look like.
That's a good question.
What's wrong? Hurry up.
We'll take our time.
The mystery you want to solve is right here.
True. You are the biggest mystery.
Solve Kanai Ward's ultimate secret. Expose all of my crimes. It's kill or be killed.
Yeah, true. Okay, kill or be killed, indeed.
There's no time to hesitate.
Are you sure? One wrong move and you'll be forever trapped in the mystery labyrinth.
Not really.
Of course. And I won't blame you if that happens. You've saved me so many times already.
Alright, here goes!
Right, let's do it, Shinigami.
Okay,
This may be
mystery labyrinth time.
the final mystery labyrinth.
But the thing is he knows about the Book of Death. So I'm surprised Yuma didn't,
Rise, mystery labyrinth!
like, react the way he did. That seems like an oversight, because he literally said on the announcements that he knew we were using the Book of Death and stuff. So, surprised Yuma kind of reacted the way he did. But yeah, Makoto definitely knew. Who knows for how long, really, but how he knew as well is also curious. But I guess if you're truly connected to the world's greatest mind, I guess you would find that information out really quickly. But we're still not 100% if that's the case. But it would make sense with everything going on.
Okay then.
Wait, if this is our last one, can we do it normally?
Normally?
You know, together.
Oh,
Sure, I don't mind.
okay. No kicking into the portal this time? That's nice. Okay, walking straight on in. No games this time. And no forced entry into the mystery labyrinth.
Down the rabbit hole we go!
Well, off we go. Although I'm kind of curious what we'll end up finding. He's going back to Makoto. He's moving. Really? Really? Okay, Makoto, you do have a card to play on top of this, do you? But I thought the only chance to, for someone to move is to use coalescence on them. What ability does Makoto have? Well, technically, yeah, I guess that would confirm on the number one thing, doesn't it? Because number one would have an ability, right? And if he is indeed a homunculus of number one, technically he has his ability? But what is number one's ability, though? Because we still don't even know that, unless maybe it's just the increased intellect. But, huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. The only thing is what are we gonna do next? Is the real question. And I don't think he is just gonna sit there on the outside. He definitely has a card to play right now. Exactly what he's gonna do, who knows, but he's our follower, I guess, for this chapter's Mystery Labyrinth in a way. Even though he's definitely not on our side whatsoever. But, I wonder how he's going to affect this Mystery Labyrinth. Due to him definitely knowing what we're doing right now. Oh, did we break our leg this time?
Why did you let go halfway through?
That is a good question. I didn't know she did that, but oof.
It's for good luck. We can't just start breaking tradition, you know.
Fair enough. Sorry there, Yuma. Gotta keep doing things the way we've been doing it since it started, it looks like.
I've gotten used to this view.
Yeah, honestly, same. Although I'm not sure how I feel about this maybe being our final one entirely.
In the beginning, you were so terrified of the mystery labyrinth.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Maybe that means I've grown as a detective.
I can agree to that.
It means I've been a phenomenal mentor.
True, you definitely did say you were going to teach us throughout the entirety of the game, so you definitely did that, that's for sure.
But this mystery labyrinth seems different from the previous ones.
Well, it's the biggest one of them all, and the biggest reason why we're here in Kanai Ward in the first place. So, yeah, for sure.
I figured. We'll finally uncover Kanai Ward's ultimate secret, just up ahead.
And to think the trainee detective ended up being the one to do it. Out of everybody that was sent here, the trainee was the one that ended up having the biggest chance of solving everything. That's kind of crazy if you think about it that way.
No matter what the truth may be, I will expose it.
Or at least attempt it, because we don't know what Makoto's cards are going to be when we do officially get in, because I don't think he's just going to stay on the outside. There's no way around that. He's definitely going to be in here at some point. The only real question is when, because they wouldn't show him moving for no reason. Honestly, it would have been interesting to not be shown that, because then we wouldn't be expecting it, because now I'm expecting it because of that. Just when will he show up is the real question now.
Whatever the mystery may be, I'll never turn my eyes away. That's my mission as a detective.
For right now, it definitely is.
Can I count on your support again, Shinigami?
Yeah, Shinigami, you mind giving us a good help here? Because it doesn't look like we're going to have any friends here this time. It looks like it's just me and Shinigami again, just like Chapter 1. Or Prologue, I should say.
Still relying on others after all this time.
Well, we're supposed to be relying on you. It is your ability, after all.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
I think so. At this point.
Yes, I am.
Wonder if this is going to be any different now. It's just me and Shinigami this time. But honestly, through everything, I will definitely say Yuma and Shinigami got a better connection between each other throughout the entire game, after everything. Especially every other Master Detective, too, with Yuma. But honestly, it's time to seek out the final truth. The truth behind everything. And see if our theories are definitely gonna be proven right or wrong here in the very near future. Kinda curious about one thing outside of the main story, and that is
Here's the solution key we'll need.
everything to do with the DLC stories. Because it looks like the playable characters change in those. So right now, what it looks like, it's going to be Halara. Well, I'll start from the beginning. Desahiko, Fubuki, Halara, and Vivia, seemingly. I don't know if Yakou is going to get one. But from the three that, when I'm recording this and, you know, doing everything, because I'm definitely sure the fourth one's gonna be, like, available by the time I get to the end of everything here, I'm pretty sure. But I am very curious on the final one, if it is going to be Yakou or Vivia. It would make sense for it to more than likely be Vivia, just because of the fact that they're the last four standing, but I don't know if they take place during or after the events of this game. So I am kind of curious on what's going to happen there, because if it does take place afterwards, then that confirms they're indeed alive. But if it takes place beforehand, it still leaves their future ambiguous for now. which might be a good idea to do it beforehand, because then you wouldn't know ahead of time on accident, right? So, honestly, we need our solution keys, so let's go and get those now. Still a weird way to get them, but we're gonna need them anyways.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Shinigami.
Oh, you've never thanked me for this before.
Really? I'm surprised about that one.
I considered just handing it over normally, but I'm glad I kept it this way instead.
Wait, you can just hand them over normally? You had a choice in this entire time? Huh.
You can do it normally?
Apparently.
Anyway, let's go. Let's unravel this mystery labyrinth.
Okay, well, in we go then. She said something really raunchy the last time she was asked if she could do it differently. So, I'm very surprised she can't just hand them over normally. But in we are. No conversation immediately when we get inside though this time. It's too quiet. Oh, and it looks like we're going right into the streets of Kanai Ward in the Mystery Labyrinth. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, it did take a new shape for sure. Huh. And the little roadblocks are little cues. That's pretty cool. But we're definitely in the Mystery Labyrinth though.
This is Kanai Ward.
Yep.
The mystery this time seems to be deeply related to Kanai Ward itself. Just like you said, Master, if we keep going, we should be able to expose Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
100%, yeah.
This place seems fit for the final mystery.
You could say that again.
Speaking of, why do you think this is the last mystery labyrinth?
Oh, obviously it is.
No reason. It just feels like that. I think I needed your powers in order to expose Kanai Ward's ultimate secret in the first place.
Probably, yeah.
I've got a feeling that when we solve this mystery, our pact will come to an end.
Probably. I'm not sure on
I
that.
can't reveal anything about our pact.
That's unfortunate.
Regardless, if I train you to be a great detective, there'll come a day you won't need me anymore.
I guess so.
But there's still a ways to go before I can call myself a true detective.
Fair.
At the very least, I have to eradicate all unsolved mysteries from this world and bring happiness to everyone.
I think I've heard that before somewhere.
That's interesting.
Don't you remember?
Are we?
You heard that from the person who left the strongest impression on you.
We're walking past old mysteries, which is cool.
I'm copying nobody. I'm just echoing what they said. I guess you could say they influenced me. If that was said by a detective you admire, it seems like a good idea to aim for the same goal.
I guess so, yeah. Interesting, though. We walked past the Nailman
Here it comes!
clock tower.
It's the mystery protecting Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
The first one, I would say, not the entirety of the Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Then we just need to solve it. Let's go, Shinigami!
Yeah, let's make an effort and see what we can start with here, at least. What was the cause of Amaterasu and Kanai Ward's development? Keymeister went on. Okay, what do you think, Shinigami?
What was it that got the development started? I think that the report you picked up in the factory says something.
The report in the factory, you say? Former CEO was in the restricted area, but that doesn't really give much. Kanai Ward. I would say the homunculus research would be the best one to go in the first one here. So yeah, Desahiko's report says the following. Kanai Ward's history. Kanai Ward was just a remote city in the country. Its development began once Amaterasu headquartered there. 10 years ago, Amaterasu Corporation started their research on homunculi, top secret research kept from society, which Amaterasu loves for sure, and their client is UG. We spent a ton of money to keep the research secure. The only thing is, known about homunculus research is that beings are created from human cells. DNA is extracted from a human that serves as a base, which is then used to cultivate human cells. Unlike clones, they don't need to be grown from fetuses. In genetic data from the time of collection, it is replicated. It is an artificial human whose age, sex, and appearance have been perfectly copied. I'm going to say that. Let's try that. It did indeed cut it open. So that is the reason for its development, for sure. Which adds up from what we learned, definitely.
The mystery of Kanai Ward began with the homunculus research.
Yep, nothing but the homunculus research began everything. Which is why the homunculuses are super important here. The only reason is what truly happened with the homunculuses, and why did it need to be this way, I think.
Yeah, there's no mistake that's the root cause of what's going on in this city.
Seemingly, yeah, definitely for sure. Ooh, interesting
So
room.
it involves the mystery of the homunculus research? Let's clear it up all at once, Master.
What's with the dancing skeletons over the doors? Oh, that's funny. Okay, what's our first slash mystery? Why did the unified government request the homunculus research? For military purposes, we know that. But let's see what Shinigami says.
If they finish the homunculus research, they'd be able to make humans that can live forever, right?
True. But it's for military purposes, was the exact original reason. So, let's go in there and prepare for whatever hides behind it. Because we know it's 100% military. Because that was the UG's reason for creating them. Although if they're unkillable...
The UG wanted to create an immortal army, and requested that Amaterasu conduct homunculus research.
I'm not really sure. Wouldn't the army not be able to be killed? And if everyone has an immortal army, what do you do then? Because you can't win something if your soldiers never die, right? So, what exactly do you do in that situation? Because that definitely doesn't help the UG or any government if that's the case. Because then it's just a battle of who has more homunculuses than... Well, that wouldn't even matter anyways because they're immortal, so who even knows at that point? Definitely doesn't seem like it helps anybody if that's their goal to how to use it, unless they only have like a couple of them.
Basically, it was for military purposes.
But yeah, it's 100% military. We learned that for a long time ago. The only thing is really how they thought it was going to work is really the problem, because it doesn't sound like it'll work at all. But interesting though, nonetheless.
So
It
what
looks
exactly
like
are homunculi?
They're
mortal
artificially
things.
made human beings. Human DNA is extracted to use as a base to grow human cells. The age, gender, and looks are synthetically copied onto an artificial human.
Which is what we learned.
What's the fun in copying people to begin with?
Yeah, good
That's
question.
something I'll never understand. Humans are such weird creatures.
Huh. Looks like we're still walking around the clock tower, though. For some reason.
Is that a mystery phantom?
Yeah, it does kind of look like one. But this one looks like the thing that's been following us for some time, though. Because we've been followed by some kind of person this entire time that is definitely connected to the WDO in some way. But why would we see them here, though, of all things? That's weird.
But whose phantom is it?
No clue, bud. Maybe we'll find out.
Huh? It's me? Why?
It is weird. Why is it us? Why do we have a mystery phantom in here? We obviously want to solve the mystery.
The mystery phantom is the materialization of someone who wants to conceal the truth.
But we're not trying to conceal the truth.
Master, you want to hide the truth?
No! I don't think Yuma wanted to at all. But why are we in here?
Me? That's impossible!
Yeah, it definitely would be, because the last one we were slightly concealing it, but not enough to make a mystery phantom, but we don't have a reason to conceal this one.
Master, quick! Defeat Master right away!
We'll try.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna fight ourselves in this case, honestly. But that's weird that our own mystery phantom is in here. Because that doesn't add up. Because we're not trying to conceal it. The only thing I can think of maybe that we're subconsciously concealing it due to the fact that, you know, from what we could put together that everyone was replaced, but... Huh.
Don't go any further!
Interesting, though.
There's nothing up ahead!
No, there's definitely something out.
Let's give up and
Tried
go
to dodge
home.
that. Give up and go home. To
What
where?
I'm looking for doesn't exist!
No, it definitely does. Wait, we can't repel that? No, something exists.
Damn!
Ah, dang it. That wasn't it.
Good luck!
Were there any statements that bothered you? Think carefully and look for any contradictions.
Yeah.
I really thought that looked like one, but okay. Okay, got it.
Don't go any further!
Well, we'll just wait for you to
There's nothing up ahead!
say something substantial. Because I thought you did, but you didn't.
We can go home.
I'm surprised there's not one to break noise easier. Or abilities, by the way.
Homunculi are just a fantasy.
No, they are definitely not. Ooh, I wanted to swing there.
Completely wrong!
Huh. It's definitely that one, I just didn't get the chance to swing at it.
Damn!
So many self-serving arguments.
It's all made up. Use your powers of deduction to repel the contradiction.
Yeah, we know exactly which one it was. It's just I didn't get it in time. Oh wait,
Let's get up and go home.
they can do that? That they went in opposite directions that
It
time.
doesn't exist.
That's weird. Huh. It's
Homunculi
good
are
to
just
know.
a fantasy.
I gotta break that before I swing though. And get the right timing. Because it doesn't immediately whack into you. You kinda have to aim that one. There we go.
It's not a fantasy. Homunculi do exist.
Yeah, they definitely do.
No, homunculi don't exist.
Yeah, sure, they definitely don't. We have enough proof that they are indeed real. Because zombies just don't walk around and attack you for no reason. Out of nowhere. There's definitely something there.
I was wrong. Completely wrong.
Uh-huh, yeah, sure. That don't sound like, Yuma, though, making that.
Homunculi don't
So it's weird
exist.
that it's fighting us like this. Okay, well we need something that proves that homunculi are real. Okay. Well, I don't think it's a rain cloud, that's way too early. Let's see. Well, the UG one, but I think, I guess, yeah, this proves it, right? UG Research Organization. I guess we'll hold on to this. Fubuki's investigation yielded this report about the homunculus experiments. It describes how a UG research organization first successfully created a homunculus 3 years prior. That proves that they're real because there's a research note about
Have you
it.
seen the homunculus?
Yeah,
Do you
multiple
have any
times.
proof they exist?
Yeah, we do.
It's true it was being researched.
Uh-huh. But that's not where we swing.
Cancelled.
It wasn't exactly cancelled. But the thing is I can't really swing at that either. Yeah, we can't swing yet. That's not it. It looks like one that you would swing on, though.
Research. It was a complete failure.
True, but,
We weren't able to succeed.
oh, wrong button. I was wondering what was going on there.
Homunculi don't exist.
No, they definitely do, but I meant to swing on that last one there. Yeah. It was 100% it.
Oh, you want to cover up the truth, Master, but there's no doubt a homunculus was there. Do you have anything that might prove that main master?
For now...
For now, let's check the solution keys. I had it, it's just I pressed A instead of X, which messed me up.
Have you even seen the homunculus?
Yeah, we definitely did, but I'm gonna skip through them a little bit. Oh, third one messed up there. Let's see what they have to say though, just because I did accidentally mess up there.
We heard about how Amaterasu's research was discontinued. I don't see anything wrong with that statement. But what about the results? If the research failed, that would mean homunculus don't exist.
That's right.
The report Fubuki left behind should have information about the results. Let's take another look at it, then I might find something that will let me refute that statement. So I was holding on to the right one, it's just I messed up there on the second try there. Just because I forgot there was 3 statements and not 2, which kind of messes things up. We'll just sit back and wait for the third one to pop up again.
It was a complete failure.
Okay, where is it going? Okay, so the noise kind of messes you up there, but thankfully we did have it. I knew exactly which one to swing on, it's just I swung early on accident.
No, 3 years ago, the UG successfully manufactured a homunculus.
They definitely did. For sure on that one. We have enough proof of that.
The report Fubuki left me clearly said so.
Yep, 3 years ago. Nice try there, fake us, or whatever you are. Because I still don't understand how you're us trying to conceal the mystery here. Dead or alive. Huh. But further in we go then. Exactly what we'll find further in, who knows? But why?
So, that really was me. Why would I be a mystery phantom?
Yeah, it doesn't seem right. Because Yuma doesn't seem to be concealing it. Not even, it don't feel like it's subconscious either. But subconsciously we are. Which is strange.
There's no point thinking about these things if you have no clues. Let's keep going.
Yeah, definitely. Let's keep going indeed. We'll find out our answer, maybe. Soon.
Anyway, the unified government must have really wanted to make that homunculus. They
True.
tasked Amaterasu to make it, but set up their own research facilities as well.
Which is what we know.
Accelerate the research by having these two facilities compete with each other. The unified government was first to have their experiments succeed. But apparently, that was the only successful experiment.
Why would they only make one, though?
What I want to know is the identity of that homunculus they were able to create. According to the report Fubuki left behind,
they found success in one person's DNA. Someone believed to have the world's greatest mind.
Yeah, 100% they were made out of number 1. The only problem is the only possible person we can connect to that is Makoto, but the thing is Makoto doesn't look like number 1. So how is it successful? That's the biggest question, honestly. But, huh.
The only successful specimen was from the world's greatest mind.
Which is true, but it doesn't add up, though. Because he would look exactly like number 1.
He's back! The world's dumbest looking mystery phantom!
Rude, that's us.
He looks dumb?
Apparently.
Hey, run away! After him! Chase that clone with Master's dumb face!
This time you directly said I was dumb.
Looks like we're going into the areas of the previous cases, I guess. So somehow the previous...
Tower, it's blocking the path.
Does that mean that for sure the previous cases do connect to this then? That would confirm the blood stuff, but is that the only reason why though? And if that is the case, if they were replaced, why were they taking each other out in the first place? Because That would be a homunculus killing another homunculus. And why would they do that?
Just solve the mystery like you always do. You got this.
Yeah, we definitely do, but I'm not exactly sure on that last statement I said about the homunculus taking out other homunculuses. Who is a person with the world's greatest mind? Number 1. Obviously. Oh, well, you mean who became... Okay, I got it.
I wonder who that was about. I'm totally drawing blanks.
Okay, well, we can go with one answer, because we only have one name and we never got number 1 as a solution key, specifically. But we technically got this one, actually. I didn't know it actually wrote it down, though, because it never popped up on screen. She said she would give it to us as a solution key. But, it would be, this would definitely say number 1, so the memo on the corpse. Talking about how number 1 sent the dangerous criminals here in the first place. Hey, me.
The true identity of the world's greatest mind was written on a memo left by the dead criminal in the refrigerator.
It is true, number 1 himself. But why would number 1 be replicated, is the real question.
It's the person known as number 1 of the World Detective Organization.
The guy that got fried to a crisp when he got blown up at the end of Chapter 4. So, interesting.
He ran off again! What's going on? It's like he's trying to lead me somewhere.
He's leading us somewhere? Really? Shinigami doesn't know how to feel about that, though.
Shinigami?
You okay?
Huh? It's nothing. Anyway, let's go after him.
Okay, why'd you go silent there? That's weird. Huh. Weird. Never seen her do that before. The further in we go. But I guess, that was a clock tower.
To think, the only successful homunculus was based on the world's greatest mind. Number
Nailman
1
case,
of the
again.
WDO. But if that's true, then there's something else bothering me about it.
What about it?
Hey, Master!
What's up?
Nothing. I was just thinking about how we should keep our focus on Kanai Ward's mysteries. I mean,
Okay.
the completed homunculus disappeared, right? So that doesn't have anything to do with what's going on here.
No, it definitely
I
does.
can't say for certain it's unrelated.
We found information proving
Who
that.
was that old man, right? You never saw him anywhere in Kanai Ward.
True.
That's true. I didn't see him in the city.
We saw him die, though.
See, I told you that homunculus has nothing to do with this stuff. Besides, world's greatest mind, he got blown up with that building, right?
Yeah, true.
That's true, though I feel like he went down too easily.
Yeah, for someone that's so
Who cares
good.
about that old geezer? Let's talk about Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
He did get killed too easily, didn't he? You sure that has nothing to do here, Shinigami? Well, that's an interesting version of the screen. But, yeah, we're definitely going back through the cases somewhat. This is the Nailman case. Specifically the art gallery portion. Huh. Weird. Very weird. Oh, now we're...
Decide how the UG's research facility succeeded in their homunculus experiment.
setting it aside for now, okay. But yeah, we're definitely going back through all the cases. We're now in Chapter 2's case. I'm surprised we didn't do any, Amaterasu Express, walkthrough anywhere there. I guess that's over and done with for sure. Chapter 2 now, I guess.
Problem is Kanai Ward. What happened to the research being done here?
Good question.
Seems like that's the mystery we face.
Yep, it definitely seems that way. What occurred at the Kanai Ward in the name of scientific research?
By the way,
You talked to the Flatty about what happened 3 years ago, right? If you forgot, look over your solution keys.
The Blank Week mystery, or Okay, what occurred at Kanai Ward in the name of scientific research? Well, let's reread over some of these, because they don't exactly... But this one definitely would be one that would be right up. I would think this would be it. In order to silence the pesky unified government and complete the homunculus experiments, Dr. Weska purchased the entire village near the lab and made it a restricted area to conduct the work that he needed in secret. And so, 3 years ago, the fateful Project Homunculus began. That would have to be there. So let's swing away and see if we can get on through. Yep. That adds up, though. Perfectly.
Under the UG's jurisdiction, Amaterasu Corp grew impatient and conducted an experiment 3 years ago.
Yep, we know that for sure.
That was known as Project Homunculus.
Yep, Project Homunculus indeed.
Wasn't Dr. Weska in charge of that? What was it all about anyway?
To make a immortal being for army sakes, apparently.
I don't know the exact details.
But it definitely was suspicious. Oh, another one.
That's what we have to figure out next.
Yep, definitely need to figure it out next. What was done in Kanai Ward for the sake of research?
What was done to prepare for Project Homunculus?
Looks like that's where we're starting. Good luck, Master.
That would be Yomi, right? What Yomi did? Well, let's double check.
We talked to the...
Okay, same as before. Okay, thought that was gonna be new. Okay, what was done beforehand? What was done in Kanai Ward in the sake of research? Let's see here. I don't think that would be it. The Blank Week mystery is possible. Maybe this for human blood? Maybe? A few years ago, a blood test was conducted on the Kanai Ward residents. The Peacekeepers ordered it, and no one could refuse. The Peacekeepers claimed it was to test for a contagious disease. Kurumi's grandfather did not take the blood test, and in the midst of the Blank Week mystery that occurred soon after, he and all others who did not take the test went missing. So, maybe that one. But that would make sense on how they got everybody's, DNA, if they were indeed replaced. Which I didn't add that up together before. But that would make sense, because then you would have human DNA to create a...
Something else also happened in Kanai Ward 3 years ago, at the same time as Project Homunculus.
That's when Makoto appeared.
All of the residents were forced to take a blood test.
Yep, that is indeed true.
Maybe those mandatory blood tests had something to do with Project Homunculus?
It definitely did.
It's true both took place 3 years ago, so I doubt they're unrelated.
Yeah, they're definitely related.
Which means the blood test wasn't checking for some contagious disease among the residents.
It was preparing for the truth about, well, I guess Makoto's version of the Project Homunculus, I guess you could say.
They were extracting DNA from everyone to see who was suitable for homunculus research.
Guess so. But the grandfather, because he never took the DNA, I guess they weren't able to make one of him. Which is why he went missing, I'm guessing. That would add up, honestly.
Wait, if that's the case, then Project Homunculus
is... what do you think, Yuma? Hmm? Oh, looks like, something's happening.
Now there's a flood?
Yep.
There's some stairs over there! Master, run!
That would be a good idea.
Right!
But, based on it being based on Chapter 3, this location, with the Doya district, it makes sense for it to start flooding.
This place seems familiar.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, it looks like Doya district. I wonder if we have to go through here.
We definitely do.
Seems that way. Okay then, let's go.
We have different options on different directions we can go. Is it 100% flooding, or... Okay, it looks like we can stop here. Okay, cool. So, this is where we're going to end off today's episode, I think. We went through quite a crazy ride, though, for sure. But with that being said, in the next episode we will be continuing our jump into the depths of the mystery of everything to do with Kanai Ward's ultimate secrets, and hopefully piecing together, one by one, if our theory is indeed correct, on what truly happened with the Blank Week mystery. Although it seems like there could be definitely differences between what I think is maybe the case and what is truly the case. So with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your days, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.